here with Kim Wilson, one of Dr. Howard's daughters. So, Kim, what was one of your favorite things about your father?
Well, I would say he had a wonderful sense of humor. For being in the medical world and having to deal with very serious things on a daily basis, he also was really a funny man. And there's just some jokes that I have that I will just treasure forever.
Hi, I'm Corey Knight here with Mary Kay, one of Dr. Howard's daughters. So, Mary, what made you want to donate all this money, and whose idea was it?
Well, it was my idea, along with my siblings, Dr. Robert Howard and Kim Wilson, my twin sister. And, our father passed away 16 years ago, and since then, we've been trying to think of ways we would like to memorialize his life. And since we are Murray High graduates and he loved Murray High as well, we thought it would be very fitting to honor him in this way. And we know that Murray High can use these resources in a very positive way to help students.
All right. Thank you, Mary Kay.
You're welcome. I loved Murray High, and he would say things like, "You're only in high school one time." He'd tell our kids, "You're going to be having class reunions with the rest of your life with these people in your class, so develop friendships, and you have no idea how lucky you are to have this school and to be in this high school." That's what he'd say, and he was right.
On behalf of the Murray Independent School District and the Board of Education, I would like to thank the Howard family for their generosity and for helping this district continue the tradition, pride, and excellence. Murray Independent is a special place. That was evident to me the first time I ventured out this way 3 years ago, and it's just a reflection of this community and its alumni and the commitment to providing not only the best public educations in the Commonwealth, but in the country. I'm not going to continue to speak very long simply because of my voice, and I would like for Miss Mary Kay Howard Bowden, if she would like to come up. She has a few words she'd like to share.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us today as we remember my father, Dr. Russell Edward Harbin Howard, and dedicate the new Murray High lobby in his name. She's good. We're so grateful that you're here. This is such an exciting time for Murray High School. The new facilities are beautiful, and I'm just certain that the students are thrilled to have a space where they can study that is fresh and bright and conducive for learning. Family's gift helps to serve as a resource to enhance the educational programs here and provide more opportunities for its students. As some of you know, Murray High has been a part of my family's history for generations. My grandmother, Miss Opal Blaylock Howard, graduated from Murray High in 1935. Additionally, she taught the 6th grade for 18 years. My Aunt Judy Carroll and her late husband, Ed Carroll, were also Murray High graduates.
Mommy,
And my siblings and I had the privilege to grow up in the Murray schools with my first cousins, Brian Carroll and Catherine Carroll Payne, and my now sister-in-laws, Mallory Rudolph Howard and Lane Dennison Bowden. The decision to offer this gift to Murray High was an easy one to make. Russ Howard loved this school, and he especially loved the community of Murray. He had a deep appreciation for the power of education. His mind was constantly churning and grasping for new knowledge and information and new skills. He knew firsthand that education was a powerful tool, and he constantly emphasized this at home with us. I'm going to back up a little bit and shed some light on his earlier childhood and tell you about some defining moments that really shaped his character. Those who knew Russ recount that he had always been a man of faith, adventurous, outgoing, fun-loving, and eternally optimistic. When other people saw defeat or faced self-doubt, he saw opportunities. When Russ was just 8 years old and in the 2nd grade, he became very sick. The doctors determined that he had nephritis and his kidneys were failing and he was in tremendous pain. Naturally, his parents took him out of school for the remainder of the year and to care for their sick child. Determined not to fall behind in school, he worked with a tutor every day and, of course, passed the 2nd grade with flying colors. But that particular illness was really just a precursor of what was to come. When he was in the 3rd grade, he discovered a lump in the back of his throat and was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. The physicians performed a radical throat surgery in an effort to remove the tumor. Unfortunately, that surgery was unsuccessful and he endured a 2nd surgery to remove the malignant remnants. While in recovery, he stopped breathing completely and the physicians were forced to perform an emergency tracheotomy, which did save his life. He returned to 3rd grade with a trachea, a disfigured neck, and a highly compromised immune system. That same year, he suffered from shingles, contracted the measles and the mumps, and even a broken arm. He missed a lot of his 3rd grade year, and he most certainly missed being a healthy child. However, his illness brought forth some positive opportunities. For example, confinement to his home gave him ample time to plan his next practical joke on his big sister Judy while she was at school. He also relished the opportunity to watch Bonanza on Sunday nights while Judy had to attend her 2nd church service of the day. Then, of course, he quickly learned how to craft that perfectly heart-melting expression, which helped him gain more sympathy from his parents and, in turn, free pass from his daily chores. Those early life experiences with illness and suffering were the impetus of Russ's curiosity in healthcare and medicine. From an early age, he felt called to be a physician. Murray High School was Russ's launching pad for his successful career. His teachers fostered his zeal for learning and bestowed a great appreciation and comprehension of the applied sciences. His graduating class elected him most talented. He enjoyed student government and served as president and vice president. And he actually really loved playing basketball and football until his health prevented him from doing so. When his coaches and parents decided that the sports were too dangerous for his fragile neck, they withdrew him from sports, and he was really disappointed. However, he seized that opportunity to cultivate his musical talents and became an accomplished guitarist and pianist. He, with some of his classmates, also formed a rock band called the Discopades. And one of his fondest memories was when their band performed an opening act for the legendary Beach Boys. The biggest surprise that evening was that his future wife, Cindy Sawyer from Metropolis, Illinois, was in the audience that evening. After graduating from Murray High, Russ attended Murray State, married Cindy, and was granted early entry into the University of Louisville School of Medicine. With a medical degree in hand and 3 kids in tow, they moved to Chicago, Illinois, where Russ was appointed Chief Fellow and cardiology at Northwestern University. Additionally, he became a distinguished fellow of both the American College of Physicians and the American College of Cardiology. His work and contribution to cardiology is published in the prestigious Journal of the American Medical Association. Russ eventually found his way back to Murray and became the city's first cardiologist. He founded the Murray Heart Center, which provided world-class care to the community that he loved most. He served as Chief of Staff at Murray-Callaway County Hospital, President of the Callaway County Medical Society, and was the first medical director and founding board member of Murray's Angels Community Clinic. At age 41, Russ was diagnosed with a rare form of head and neck cancer. As he faced his mortality once again, he made our family a promise that we'll never forget. He said, "I've been given 6 months to live, but I will overcome this, and I'm going to show you how a Howard fights." Indeed, he kept his promise. He moved to Houston, Texas temporarily to receive chemotherapy and radiation while we were in middle school. A few years later, he was diagnosed with chronic myeloid leukemia. The odds were against him even more. He exhausted every resource that he had to live another day. He endured 26 major surgeries, several tracheotomies, severed vocal cords, the loss of the ability to swallow, and countless long-term hospitalizations. He survived much longer than his 6-month prognosis. In fact, he fought bravely and without complaint for 12 more years. Even as his health deteriorated, he maintained the highest level of medical care to his patients. He was a dedicated physician fighting for his own survival. His suffering gave him the opportunity to have more compassion and empathy for his patients. His illness was a gift that rendered an acute awareness of his time, and it afforded him the opportunity to slow down and establish meaningful relationships with his family, friends, and community. It gave him more opportunities to enjoy his music, his farm, his Harley, and countless hobbies. His illness gave him the opportunity to live a more purposeful life. And most importantly, and in my father's own words, his suffering gave him the glorious opportunity to be humbled, broken, and in complete desperation of his Lord's saving grace. His life and legacy serve as an example for all students and faculty and community members. I am certain that there are many students like Russ Howard who walk through these halls and face seemingly impossible obstacles. We hope that this gift and his story will be a resource and of encouragement to those with little to no hope, and to those who are determined to reach their full potential. It is with great honor that we dedicate this lobby in my precious father's name, Dr. Russell Edward Parvin Howard. Thank you all for being here today.
What's one word to describe your brother?
Courageous.
Can you give me some examples of why was he courageous, or what made you choose that word to describe him?
Well, because I saw him fight so many health issues and battles, and he always had a positive outlook. And even when he was really sick and you'd go into the hospital room to visit him, he would always say, "Well, how are you?" And he never ever complained. He never asked why. He always had a joyful heart and tried to pass that on to his children, grandchildren, everyone that was around.